Hey everyone, happy Red Friday. Welcome to another episode of Red Friday Reviews. Today on Red Friday Reviews, I wanted to go over some of the definitions surrounding cannabis, some of the things you might see on some of your packages or products you buy. Everything from whole flower, full spectrum, distillates, isolates. What does it all mean? It can be very confusing to people who are new getting into cannabis. And the easiest way to describe it is whole flower is you're taking the whole flower, using the whole thing, you're putting it all in, whatever you're creating, whether it's just dry flower or you're using it for something else, creating a new product, you're using the whole flower. Now it could be the stems, the leaf, it could be the cannabinoids, the terpenes, everything. Once you get into full spectrum, what's happening there is you're retaining majority of what that plant was, but it's not quite where it was with whole flower, but it's still very, very good. Distillates are a process where you're extracting maybe one cannabinoid, but you're still retaining some terpenes, you're still retaining some other things that are in there. And then when you get down to an isolate, think about your isolating. So you're isolating one cannabinoid, one terpene, whatever they're going after for and during production. That's what happens with the isolate. So isolate is very much like pharmaceutical prescription called Marinol. Marinol is a synthetic THC, and it's created in a lab and put into a pharmaceutical and then consumed. From most of the people I have talked to that have used Marinol, it's not very effective, doesn't work very good, because what's happening is you're just using THC. And I know there's a lot of education and talk around THC, but the thing is THC works differently when it's in conjunction with minor cannabinoids. You'll get a entourage effect, which means the cannabinoids, terpenes, and everything in the plant are working synergistically together to give you the best possible effect. It's the way the plant grew, and it was the way it was intended to be utilized. So if you think about a work crew, you have a 10-man work crew, you've been training together, doing projects, you've been doing jobs for a long time, you're very good as your 10-man crew. That would be whole flower. Whole flower does the best job. That's the way it was designed, that's the way it was created. As you go down the line, so now we'll get to full spectrum. So full spectrum, okay, you lost maybe 2 people. Now it's an 8-man crew. Still really, really good, really effective. You can still get the job done. Then you get down to distillates. Now you're down to about a 4 or 5-man team. You're retaining some of those terpenes maybe when you tried to extract a cannabinoid, but it's not there the way the plant was grown. It's not the same. During processes, some things change and are lost. Then when you get down to isolates, now you're down to a 1 or 2-man team, and it's just, they don't work as effectively on their own. Like I said, the Marinol example. The thing is though, with isolates, you can do something called stacking. So you could take an isolate of CBC and combine it with an isolate of CBD, and you'll get a better synergistic and entourage effect. Not a complete entourage effect, but these cannabinoids will start working better together. I personally, whenever I choose my medicine, I always go for organic, whole plant products and flower. That's my personal choice. When you have an organic certification on something, what that means is it was grown in a certain way using certain foods and processes that retain its organic certification. So you could have indoor, outdoor, you could have something that's regenerative farming. There's lots of different ways to produce and cultivate cannabis. But just back to those terms, whole plant, full spectrum, distillates, and isolates. So those are things you're going to see, and just keep an eye out. You can always read your packaging, look on your labels, check out the descriptions of the products on the websites of the licensed producers where you're purchasing. More than likely they will have the information in there. And something good is as you start to consume products and you know you like them, this one works really good, take a note of it. Take a note of what cannabinoids in there, what percentages. Take a note of some of the terpenes, and over time you will start to see patterns of what you like and what you need to consume to keep yourself at a balanced state or a state of homeostasis. So there's a little rundown of some definitions. Hopefully that'll help you make your purchases a little easier. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a great Friday and enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week.